Hey, English 100, welcome to week 5. We are in the midst of our group projects in English 101. I've met with about half of you in conferences, and some of you have some conferences left to go. But wherever you are, this is a great time in the semester to talk about attitude. Because we know group projects can bring out the best or the worst in our attitude, depending on how it's going. So let's get started with this week's activity. So here we are at our handy dandy Brightspace page. We know that this class is designed to kind of help us deal with some of the things that are going on in English 101, but also to help us with study skills and academic skills in general. So for this week, we will be dealing with attitude. And to do that, of course, we're going to go to the discussions. We only have one discussion today, or this week, sorry, and it's in our weekly activities forum. You'll see that it says down here week 5, and there are 2 things for you to watch and 1 thing for you to read. The 2 things for you to watch deal with the idea of fixed mindset versus growth mindset and how we can better get to the growth mindset part of our brain so that we can have a better attitude and more success. The second video that you're going to watch is called The Joy of Being Wrong. And it's that video, that concept that we're going to work with in the discussion board. So in the message box of a new thread right here for week 5, I want you to tell me about a belief that you previously held that you now know that you are wrong about. And at my big age of 47, there are lots of things that I could put in this category. From things that I believed as a child that I no longer believed as an adult, for things that I believed before I was a mom, to things that I believed after I was a mom, all kinds of stuff, right? So I want you to pick one thing. I want you to also know that I totally mean it when I say this is a no judgment zone. You believed whatever you believed. You now know it's wrong. Tell us what it is. Thumbs up for now, moving forward in your thinking process, whatever that might be. Again, I can give you a million examples. I said here in the subject line, just tell us whatever your original belief was, right? The thing that you originally believed that you now know that you're wrong about. And the example I put here was that I didn't believe that senior citizens listen to rap music, right? That's one belief that I had. I know that I'm wrong about. There are lots of them I could list here. I used to believe that soda was not unhealthy. I used to believe that weed should be illegal. I used to believe that the more muscles a person had, the lower their intelligence might be. I was really young with that one. Again, no judgment zone here. Lots of these things are geared toward people and, kind of biases that we might have had based on what we've seen. I've used the example before that I used to believe that people who said that water was green and, blue were just imagining that because I'm from Missouri and all the real bodies of water that I've seen have been brown or white until I got to a certain age and experienced different parts of the world and realized that for some people, water is always teal. Like, that's crazy, right? But anyway, pick one. One belief that you used to have and you now know that you're wrong about. They can be something very, very serious. However that might be, they might be something playful, but something that you can identify and share with the class. And that's what we're going to do. And of course, you have to read and reply. Y'all are getting really, really good at those. I'll be putting grades in for your previous discussion boards this week, but I have been reading them. And your reply should always be questions. Our point is to have kind of this conversation with each other. So we're taking in this information about the ways that our brains work and how we can make them work better. And that is it for this week in English 100. You already know you have a ton of stuff to be working on in English 101 and working through your group projects and making sure that you have your portion of the rough draft in your group's doc at whatever date your group decided in your conference. As always, if you have any questions or concerns, feel free to email me. Make sure you email me at shante.white-williams@swick.edu so that I get it. That information is available to you in your course guide in Brightspace, in the instructor information in Brightspace as well. If you send me a message in Brightspace, I don't get all of those. So make sure that you are using your SWIG email or any email and emailing me at my SWIG email. I'll take it no matter how I get it. Have a blessed week.